Well, hello everyone, and it's good to be back. And with the FIFA World Cup taking a day off, we thought we would bring you the only international fixture worth watching as a PFA 11 take on an 11 from the Union for Professional Footballers playing in France, the UNFP. Well, just like that, pre-season begins with a cracker and an opportunity for players seeking a club to catch the eye. Yes, we are at a glorious Leicester City's training ground here in Seagrave as the new season begins. Well, for our French audience, bonjour, je m'appelle Ian, je suis votre commentator. And yes, there we go. I hope that made sense to everybody. We are moments away from getting underway here in the glorious, glorious sunshine. So why not take a quick look at today's starting lineup, shall we? Starting with the PFA 11. And it looks a little bit like this. Your goalkeeper is number 1, Michael Kelly. 2 is Niall Huggins. 24 is Jordan Willis. 17 is Carl Jameson. 3 is Marvin Johnson. Number 33 is Max Clark. 34 is Jake Kane. 7 is Daniel Martin. 21 is Johnny Williams. Number 10 is Courtney Baker-Richardson. And number 20 is Will Keane. Moving over to the UNFP squad. Your goalkeeper is number 16, Romain Cagnon. Number 5 is Amos Yuga. Number 6 is Vincent Cosiello. Number 8 is Valentine Jacob. Number 9 is Jordan Tell. Number 13 is Florentine Pogba. 14 is Anthony Khalifa. Number 15 is Fabrice Nsakala. 17 is Andrea Decourt. Number 20 is Victor Boncher. And number 24 is Jeremy Beeler. Well, it is so great to have you along tuning in for this one. If you've ever listened to any of my commentaries before, you know that we like to take the game very, very seriously. But I do have a couple of quiz questions coming up for you throughout the course of the afternoon. What a way to get the season started. It's actually week 2 of the PFA's training programme. We're here at Leicester City's Seagrave training ground, built in 2020, costing £100 million. And it is an absolutely fine facility indeed. The opposition today, the French Players Union, they essentially run an equivalent programme to the PFA pre-season, only over in France. So it's great to have them over in the UK today. All their players are free agents as well. It's the second fixture of its kind between the PFA and international opposition, following on from a friendly with Dutch Players Union last summer at Loughborough University. Well, we have a total of 40 free agents from across the Premier League, EFL and overseas joining the PFA at Shankly Springs in Leicestershire this week. And we've got a great mix of players coming up for you. We're just waiting for them to make the way out onto the pitch here, due to get underway any minute now. And sit back, relax, enjoy the game. Great to have you along, and a few names to watch out for as well. Certainly from the French side, we do have a Florentine Pogba, the number 13. And if you are wondering, yes, he is the brother of the former Manchester United and Juventus midfielder Paul Pogba. We've also got Andrea Decourt as well. If you're a Leeds United fan, you'll certainly remember Olivier Decourt. Well, he is Olivier's son. He wears the number 17 for the UNFP. For the PFA, we've got some World Cup royalty, the likes of Johnny Williams, the Welsh wizard himself. He's going to be on the pitch. And, of course, Will Keane as well. He wears number 20. Well, your referees for this game today is George Smith, Lyson Christie and Sam Manton. They are part of the PFA Player to Match official cohort. It's another wonderful achievement by the PFA of guiding ex-players into the referee's capacity. So we're very much looking forward to seeing how everybody gets on. Well, last year, the PFA was a huge success. Over 150 players attended the PFA pre-season, with the majority going on to sign for clubs. Success stories from the PFA pre-season include the likes of Adam Reach and Cyrus Christie, both secured promotion to the Championship with Lincoln and Bolton respectively. Jake Eastwood starred in goal as Cambridge held the best defensive record in the league on the way to promotion from League 2. And Angus Gunn was Scotland's first choice goalkeeper at the World Cup after he joined Nottingham Forest on the back of a stint at PFA pre-season. Remember the names in front of you. There's still a long, long career ahead for them. Well, some names attending the PFA pre-season this week who aren't involved today but may be involved in future weeks. We've got a lot of fixtures coming up throughout the course of the next few weeks. The likes of Fernando Forestieri, the the former Sheffield Wednesday man, the ex-Hull City striker Tom Eaves and defender Tom McIntyre, who spent last season north of the border with Scottish side Aberdeen. Well, here come the players now. They're making their way slowly out of the Leicester City training facility there. They'll come onto the pitch and we'll get this game started very, very shortly. It is a PFA 11 against the French Players Union 11 live here at the Leicester City training ground in Seagrave. Well, I must say the facilities here are wonderful as well. I'm looking over rolling hills just behind us. There's a nice little pond with a fountain just off to our left as well as the players make their way onto the pitch. My first time at this facility. We've got a lot of games coming up for you as well. Travel to Barnet next season to take on the Barnet first team. There's going to be games against the likes of West Bromwich Albion, QPR, Manchester City. And you'll be able to watch them all live. And here come the PFA. They're all in black. The French Players Union in the white shirts and red shorts. And as you can see, moments away from getting underway. Quick reminder of the lineups for you as we just go through some of the formalities here. It is Michael Kelly in goal for the PFA, then Max Clark, Niall Huggins, Jordan Willis, Carl Jameson, Marvin Johnson, Jake Kane, Daniel Martin, Johnny Williams, Courtney Baker-Richardson and Will Keane. That's your starting 11 for the PFA. For the UNFP, it's Roman Cagnon, Amos Yuga, Vincent Coziella, Valentin Jacob, Jordan Tell, Florentine Pogba, Anthony Khalifa, Fabrice and Sakala, Andrea Dacourt, Victor Boncher and Jeremy Bilo. We just go through some of the formalities here, the photos being taken, the videos being collected, all for the social media content. And then we can get this game underway. Your referees, of course, George Smith, Lysden Christie and Sam Manton. In fact, I'm pretty certain I know Sam Manton. I'm pretty confident he refereed a few games in the National League last season. I covered Boreham Wood an awful lot on their run to the playoff final. Unfortunately, it did end in defeat for them. But I'm pretty certain I've seen Sam Manton's name on the referees list a few times down in the fifth tier of English football, gaining more and more valuable experience here. It's handshakes in the dugouts just beneath our positions. The players will gather for one final time and then we can get this game underway. Well, thank you for joining us. Really do appreciate it. Sit back and relax in the glorious sunshine here in the beginning of July here at Leicester City's Performance Centre. Well, as we know, the PFA, founded in 1907, is the world's oldest professional sports trade union. The National Union for Professional Footballers, as they're officially known, the UNFP, founded on the 16th of November 1961. The current president is David Terrier. West Ham and Newcastle United fans might remember him. He spent a season with the Hammers in 97-98 and at Newcastle the following season. He did win France's second division in 2002 as well. Of course, the CEO for the PFA is Maheta Malonga, who was a footballer for Atletico Madrid, had a stint at Brighton, Lincoln, Oldham and Wrexham as well. PFA pre-season campaigns launched in 2022-23. Gives out-of-contract players a residential training base with daily training, strength and conditioning games and mental well-being support as they look and seek a club. We've got a number of scouts here as well over in the stand over at the far side there. We've got the gantry, a lovely gantry here as well, all to ourselves. And what a pleasure and what a treat it is to be here. Now, there's Florentine Pogba there, the tall, imposing figure, the number 13 in the centre circle. Just gives a handshake there to Courtney Baker-Richardson, who's going to have the very first touch of the ball here. Florentine Pogba is a 35-year-old now, centre-back. As we mentioned, he is the brother of Paul Pogba. He's got 3 Guinea caps. Had spells at Atlanta United and St Etienne, but it is going to be PFA who get us underway. And finally, we're in action for the first time in the 2026-27 season. This is pre-season, of course, and it was Courtney Baker-Richardson with the very first touch of the ball, pushed over to the right side. Huggins now, the number 2, hustling and harrying. This is Will Keane now with the ponytail there. It goes straight back to Michael Kelly between the sticks. 29-year-old Irish goalkeeper Michael Kelly. Played for the likes of Accrington Stanley, MK Dons and Carlisle United. He's going to have to be hot on his heels here. And it's a long, good clearance. Dealt with well by Pogba. Here's Nsakala. Tried to be fed through. That was Valentin Jacob. Just being dispossessed. It's clipped up and away well by the number 5. That's Amos Yuga for the French Players Union. A lively, action-packed start. That was Jordan Willis, the number 24. He's got the ball at his feet again now here. Playing the right centre-back position. Here's Will Keane trying to feed it through into the path of Baker Richardson, but it's been spotted early by the French defence. Huggins was the intended target there. Ball still in play as well as it runs through. That was Pogba. Back it goes now to Roman Cagnon. He's got plenty of time to work with the ball. He's a 29-year-old goalkeeper as well. Had his youth at Rennes. Also had a stint at Lorient. That was Jordan Tell. Back to Cagnon. Ball into a little bit of no man's land. It's asked a question of the PFA defence and they deal with it well. Oh, it's given away cheaply though. That was Jordan Willis trying to charge through over on the left-hand side. The ball is in the box for the French Players Union. Looking for options, trying to feed it through. Nicely worked. Here's Tell into the box, gets the shot away. It's deflected out for a corner. Well, it was Kyle Jamieson who got the vital block there. But it's an early corner for the French Players Union. Just trying to see the number as to who is going to head over to take. I think it's Victor Boncher who's going to head down there onto this left side. They're just trying to get another ball, actually. It's gone over. Now they've managed to pick it up. It's Jeremy Beeler who's going to take this corner. The 33-year-old made 96 appearances in the league for Birmingham City. Plenty of activity in the box. Pogba is hanging around. Tell is in there as well. It's headed back into a little bit of a danger zone. It dealt with initially. The header back down was quite poor and gave the PFA plenty of time to deal with it. But it's still with the French Players Union in their white shirts and red shorts. Here's Nsakala. Does well to keep possession of the ball under pressure from Johnny Williams. Yuga. Here's Nsakala, and French Players Union just looking a little bit more comfortable on the ball in these early salvos here. Back it goes to Cagnon. Happy to take his time here. It's very hot today, as you can imagine. There is a slight breeze which just helps bring the air temperature down somewhat. That was Tell trying to feed it through. It was Valentin Jacob, the number 8. Ball's been given away. It's picked up by Keane, goes down under the challenge. It was Valentin Koziella. Will Keane, 33-year-old, scored 48 goals in 119 league appearances for Wigan Athletic. Played in the Premier League as well for Manchester United against Blackburn in 2011. Here's Willis. Williams now. Played a big part of Wales' run to Euros and, of course, played a part in their World Cup campaign in Qatar in 2022. Keane just muscled off the ball there, was trying to feed it through, picked up by Valentin Jacob. Tries to feed it through to Dacour, but Williams picks it up now. It's got a little bit of space to work into. Now trots into the French Players Union half. It's got Huggins on the overlap on the right side. That's who he finds. Niall Huggins now. I can hear from the PFA dugout shouts of get the ball into the box. Here's Willis. Martin now. Nice ball, lovely ball fed through to Huggins again on the right-hand side. This time the ball comes in. It's dealt with well. Willis picks it up again. Also Keane, I think Keane had just strayed offside, so he wouldn't have been able to have touched the ball. This is Max Clark. Now PFA starting to grow into this half. It's a tricky delivery into the box. It's going to be picked up by Huggins over on this right side. He's coming under a little bit of pressure from Sakala. What a lovely ball to Williams, that is. And it's in the back of the net. And it's Johnny Williams who finds it, threads the iron needle. And it's the PFA 11 who take the lead, courtesy of the Welsh wizard himself, Johnny Williams. Well, it was really good work as well on that right side by Niall Huggins. But it's the PFA who take the lead. Johnny Williams on the score sheet, finding the tightest of angles to feed it through Roman Cagnon and into the back of the net. And it's PFA 1, the UNFP 0. We've got stronger and stronger as this half has progressed here. Have the PFA had to weather a bit of an early storm from the French Players Union. But that right side proving the danger area. Noel Huggins, as we said, certainly playing a part in that. The 25-year-old, actually a former Leeds United player as well, played in the Premier League also. Came on for Leeds against Arsenal in February 2021. Also had stints at Sunderland and a loan spell at Wycombe Wanderers. Well, here's Willis now. Energetic start to this game. Huggins wanting it again. He's hungry for this ball. Goes over to the far side with the number 33 of Max Clark, and that's a beautiful ball for Williams. The offside flag has gone up though. And it was a lovely ball over by Max Clark. He's had a bit of European experience as well as Max Clark, the 30-year-old. Played for Vitesse in the Netherlands. Also for the likes of Hull City, Fleetwood, Rochdale, Gillingham. Capped by England at youth levels as well, at under 16 and under 17. Here's Cagnon now. The French Players Union look for a way back into this one. It's a long way to go in the game. Early stages here. The glorious Leicester City King Power Performance Centre here in Seagrave in the Midlands. Sun beating down nicely. A nice breeze though, just taking the edge off the heat. Trying to flick it over the top, but it's been dealt with. Here's Dacour now, son of Olivier Dacour, former Leeds United midfielder, of course. Dacour, nice little chip through. It's lumped forward and it's trying to find the path of Jeremy Bieler, the number 24. But this time it's going to be picked up comfortably. The back line for the PFA 11. Centre-back Carl Jameson, and wearing the number 17 here this afternoon. Clark, nice ball through to Keane. Dispossessed though by Amos Yuga. Nice little flick on. Sakala's got a little bit of space over on this left-hand side. They can find him, and they do. Here he is, Fabrice Sakala. Back to Pogba. Jacob. Nice ball through to Biela on this left side. A few players just trotting into the box. Jordan Tell is there waiting. Now surely the shot's going to come in from Sakala. It wasn't the most powerful of shots, and it was dealt with by the PFA defence, but the French Players Union come again. They've responded well to going a goal down here. Here is Pogba now. Yuga. Dacour. And now it's a nice ball through, but it's going to be picked up comfortably by Michael Kelly. Read that one coming through nicely. Right, so first quiz question. I would like to know, the UNFP also dictate who is the Liga R player of the season. And it was an award that was brought in 1994. So who can tell me who won the first ever UNFP Liga R player of the year? The clue is 1994 was the season. And I'll give you another clue if you like. He was a bit of a standout player for a few seasons in the Premier League as well. So the year is 1994. Who won the Ligue 1 Player of the Year, awarded by the UNFP, the French Players Union, who we're playing against today. 1994, played a starring role in the Premier League as well. It's just for fun. You don't win anything, but have a little think. If you know the answer, then well done. I'll give you the answer soon. That was Tell. Ball nipped out of play, and number 9 for the French Players Union. He's a 29-year-old forward, Jordan Tell. Actually a Guadeloupe international as well. Played for the likes of Grenoble, Clermont, Rennes and Cayenne in France. Willis to Huggins. No way forward this time, so it goes back to Willis. Now it's with Kelly in goal, looking for opportunities as the French Players Union try to put a little bit of pressure on. It's Pogba who calmly deals with the ball. Picked up again by Jameson now. Well, again, Huggins absolutely screaming for the ball on this right-hand side. A right wing-back, Niall Huggins. Now the ball goes over the top. He's trying to feed it through into the path of Baker Richardson. Oh, Max Clark winning the header. Keane's going to chase after it. Pogba gets there first. That was Marvin Johnson. And it's Baker Richardson there winning the free kick for the PFA. Over on that left side. A little bit too far out really to have a go, but Will Keane immediately marches into the box. So Johnny Williams is stood over it as well, as is the number 3 of Marvin Johnson here. Baker Richardson in the box, Keane is in there. Baker Richardson's arm has just gone up as well. He might be the intended target. It's not a bad delivery, but it's comfortable for Romain Cagnon. Coziella asking for the ball back. Yuga has to go back to Cagnon under pressure. Huggins is going to chase after this. He's going to go toe-to-toe with Fabrice and Sakalo, who plays a lovely, absolutely delicious ball forward to Jordan Tell. He's got a little bit of space to work with now as he drives forward. He's got Jameson for company. He tries to feed it through into the path of Valentin Jacob. There's a little bit too much on it, and it runs out of play for a PFA goal kick. Oh, probably it's been given a corner here. I thought he just overrun it, but clearly not. And it is going to be a corner for the French Players Union on this left-hand side. Looks like it's going to be Valentin Jacob to take it. He's got Andrea Decor for company, who's come short. Niall Huggins just hanging around, maybe to prevent that short corner. It's going to come into the box, and a lot of tussling going on. Referee happy with what he's seen so far. Arms up in the air. Jacob with the delivery. In it comes in. Oh, it's pounded down into the ground, into the arms of a very grateful Michael Kelly. And now the PFA can maybe break again over on this right-hand side. But at the minute, Huggins is the furthest player forward for the PFA. And Martin, with a lack of options, forced to go back. Now it's pushed over to the left side. A lovely ball as well. It's looped high into the box. Baker Richardson going to try and chase after it, get his head to it. But Romain Cagnon confidently takes the ball out of the sky. Well, if you're just tuning in, hello, good afternoon, welcome. It's 1-0 to a PFA 11. It was Johnny Williams threading the iron needle, really. The tightest of angles over on the right side. Somehow managed to find the back of the net. Good work from Huggins as well, and wearing the number 2 for the PFA. The French Players Union, they've looked dangerous at times. Had the better of the opening 10 minutes, but the PFA just growing stronger and stronger. Now Williams, it's still Williams, trying to feed it through into the path of Keane. Lays it off instead. The ball drilled in low into the box. Keane can't get it, straight into the arms of Cagnon. Well, here's Tell. Jordan Tell now. He's got Sakala on the overlap. He feeds it into the box, into a little bit of no man's land there, and it's picked up by Marvin Johnson. Marvin Johnson is a 35-year-old centre-back. Made over 100 appearances for Sheffield Wednesday and Kidderminster Harriers. Still got a lot to offer. Willis to Huggins here. Huggins fancy having a go, takes his man on. No, he doesn't. He goes back this time to Willis. It's a long way to go in this game. Managing it as well in the heat might be a sensible thing to do. Nice touch by Williams. He's picked up the ball again. Huggins in acres of space. Surely that's going to be the intended target, and it is. They're wanting to have a go. It's put into the box, and Pogba just did enough, I think, to frustrate the attacking line for the PFA there and take the ball away. Here's Fabrice Nsakala, 35-year-old Nsakala. Actually a DR Congo international, 15 caps to his name. Played for the likes of Anderlecht and Besiktas as well. Some big, big names on his CV. And he's going to take the throw now right in front of the French Players Union dugout as well. Fabrice Nsakala. What a goalkeeper for the PFA, Michael Kelly. He's 6'5". Something of a giant of a keeper, and he'll be happy with his work so far here. Let's hope I haven't just put commentator's curse. He's Marvin Johnson over on that left side, going on a little bit of a run here. Does really well to offload it to Keane. Picked up by Martin. Possession retained really well by the PFA there. Gained some yards, lost it, but looking for some options. Just opening up the French Players Union defence a little bit. Baker Richardson, strong play. Tried to backheel it into the path of Huggins, but did well to get the ball back again. Although it is going to be a throw now for the French Players Union, and Sakala is going to be the player to take it. Forced to go back to Pogba. No option forward. Valentin Jacob might have been an opening, but he was very quickly covered off by the number 24, Jordan Willis, for the PFA. Oh, a strong tackle there. Johnny Williams just gives Dakor a bit of a shove. Just say, what are you doing? And it looks like it is Marvin Johnson down on the ground after that challenge. So the physio is going to be called on. Let's hope he is okay here. As we say, it's the PFA 11-1, French Players Union 0 here in this first pre-season game. Plenty coming up over the course of the next 6 weeks or so. We travel to Barnet next week. Got games against the likes of QPR and West Bromwich Albion, Manchester City, Fulham. So much to look forward to here with the PFA. This international between the PFA and the French Players Union, the UNFP, is the second fixture of its kind. Last season had a friendly with the Dutch Players Union at Loughborough University Stadium. If you are unfamiliar with the PFA, well, this week 43 agents from across the Premier League, EFL and overseas joined at Champney Springs in Leicestershire this week. Many players playing, they already have offers on the table, but do use the PFA pre-season as an opportunity to stay fit, train and wait for the right opportunity with no pressure. As we said, we're going to have at least one friendly every single week for the next 4 to 6 weeks for the players to stay sharp. And there's been a lot of success stories over the years, but more on that later because we're back underway with Dakor. Yuga. Here is Johnson, pleased to say, back on his feet as well after that challenge. Williams calmly goes back to Max Clark. Now it's with Carl Jameson. Former Oldham, Tranmere, Newport, and most recently Morecambe defender Carl Jameson, still just 27 years of age. In fact, I'm pretty certain I commentated on Jameson this season, Boreham Wood against Morecambe. Here's Huggins trying to feed it through. It's Sakala who's picked it up though well. It ricocheted off Valentin Jacob. Picked up well, there's Willis. Now it goes to the number 17 of Jameson. We've just been talking about him. Lovely ball over to Williams over on the far side. Looking for a few options, Johnny Williams. Pretty much covered every forward position in this game so far. Will Keane charging after it, but Sakala gets there first. Here's D'accord. Darting, driving run forward there by Cosiella. And there he is again, Cosiella, now doing his defensive duties as he tracks back. That was Jake Kane, the number 34, trying to win it back off Cosiella, but here is D'accord now. Goes down under challenge. Free kick for the French Players Union just inside their own half. Well, what have you made of the game so far, everybody? I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, Jacob goes down under the challenge. Referee happy for play to continue. What's he going to do now? No, deemed it fair. It was Valentin Jacob who went down under the challenge. Now the ball's lopped over the top. Keane is going to chase after this. And it's Pogba who launches it into the Leicestershire sky. Willis, a beautiful touch to take it back down again. Well, Florentine Pogba did really well to snuff out the danger there from a charging Will Keane. Oh, strong play by Courtney Baker Richardson there. He just left Newport County. Courtney Baker Richardson, a 30-year-old. Shot comes in. It's deflected off Jameson. Takes all the sting out the shot and the accuracy. Comfortably taken by Michael Kelly between the sticks, the Irishman. Here is Daniel Martin now for the PFA. Huggins creates an opportunity and a little bit of space, but forced to go back to Willis. So really calm and composed Jordan Willis, the number 24 for the PFA in this game. Over 300 career appearances, Jordan Willis, the 31-year-old centre-back. Made over 200 league appearances for Coventry City. A shot comes in, it's high, it's over. It's actually onto the roof of the training facility behind. And we're going to need a new ball. Whilst we do that, we're going to have a very short drinks break, it looks like, here as well. The FIFA World Cup might be having a day off, but we're going to continue the drinks break tradition, although I can certainly see why here. We are in the blazing sun. Now, a little bit earlier on in the game, I did ask you our first quiz question of the day. And the UNFP, the French Players Union, they hand out the Ligue 1 Player of the Season award every single year. It was first handed out in 1994. Who won it? And the first clue was, of course, the year was 1994. The second clue was he did end up lighting up the Premier League. This particular player won it whilst he was at PSG. Went on to play in England for the likes of Tottenham Hotspur and Newcastle United. If you said David Ginola, of course, you are absolutely correct. So the first ever UNFP Ligue 1 Player of the Year in 1994 was David Ginola. So we just have a little drinks break here. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Any particular players caught your eye? As we said, we've got an awful lot coming up for you over the course of the next 4 to 6 weeks here. More success stories as well about the PFA's journey. Remember Fabio Barini joined Salford City last season after a short stint on the PFA pre-season. Over 150 players attended the PFA pre-season last year, the majority going on to sign for clubs. The likes of Adam Reach and Cyrus Christie, who both secure promotion to the Championship with Lincoln City and Bolton Wanderers respectively. Jake Eastwood, he was part of the PFA pre-season, started a goal as Cambridge held the best defensive record in the league on their way to promotion from League Two. Wow. And not only that, Angus Gunn was Scotland's first choice goalkeeper at the World Cup after he joined Nottingham Forest on the back of a stint at the PFA pre-season last year. So plenty to keep your eyes on. Remember the names. I'm sure you remember them anyway. Well, something even more exceptional this season. The PFA pre-season has been expanded to offer support to WSL and WSL2 players this summer with a 2-week pilot programme for players from England's top 2 tiers. That's starting next week. The work that the PFA do just continues to impress more and more. And now moving into the women's game as well. So drinks break almost over. 1-0 to the PFA 11 here against the French Players Union. We're at Leicester City's King Power Performance Centre on the main pitch here as well. A smattering of scouts over in the stands over at the far side. I wonder who they're here to see. Just catch the eye. As we said, a lot of the players here, they do have contract offers on the table, but it still might not necessarily be the right offer for them at the right club. So it's an opportunity to stay fit, train, play games, get the well-being support required. Wonderful work by the PFA, and we're back underway here. Johnny Williams, the only goal of the game so far, the former Wales international. Played at the Euros and the World Cup, of course, for Wales. Shouts, Jordan Tell has just strayed offside. The flag does go up, and it's going to be a free kick for the PFA 11. Well, according to my notes, there's going to be a vast array of changes at half-time, so we'll try and keep you up to speed with everything as and when we can. Here's Baker Richardson. He's been so strong in this game, and again does really well to draw in the foul. I've got another quiz question for you all as well. Who can tell me was the first president of the UNFP, the National Union Professional Footballers? Who can tell me was the first ever president of the UNFP? Now, I don't expect you to know that without any clues, as it is a free kick for the French Players Union. Tell picks up the ball as they look to try and find a way back into this. Well, I can tell you, this player, the first ever president of the UNFP, he scored 13 goals at the 1958 World Cup. The ball ricocheting off Will Keane's arm. Referee happy to not call the handball, and I've got to say, impressive refereeing, to be fair, to be very good, using a bit of common sense there. Here's Tell. He seems to be growing a little bit more and more. He's got Dakor in support, doesn't use him. Now he does. Dakor on this left side, and Sakala just behind him now, and Sakala trying to make a bit of a run. Strong link-up play and a strong tackle by Johnny Williams, and the PFA win the ball back in the heart of midfield. There's Clark. Clark picks the ball up again and knocks it out of play under a little bit of pressure from a heavy ball back to him. So yeah, the first ever president of the UNFP scored 13 goals in the 1958 World Cup. I imagine for a lot of you that is just giving it away immediately. I'll give you the answer shortly. It's just for those of you who haven't got it yet, a few moments to have a little think about that. Here is Nsakala now. 35-year-old Ensakala, as we said, former Anderlecht and Besiktas man. Here's Williams now. Tell picking the ball back up again for the French Players Union. Here's Bella, Jeremy Bella, feeding a lovely ball into the box, into the path of Coziella. And it is a corner for the French Players Union, the third corner of the game. Had a few chances, French Players Union, but nothing to really trouble Michael Kelly between the sticks for the PFA 11 here yet. Got some tall players. Florentin Pogba is a tall, imposing defender. He's in the box now. Oh, strongly headed away there. That was Marvin Johnson putting his body on the line to deal with the danger. And Sakala picks it up. He's going to come under pressure from Huggins. Feeds it through to Fabrice Pogba on this left side. Pushing it through to Amos Yuga. Gets the ball into the box. Still at the feet of Jordan Tell now for the French Players Union. Yuga again. Here's D'accord. Nice little bit of skill. Still got Pogba up with him. The ball into the box. It's hooked away. Is it going to go for a throw? It is, yes. So it's going to be Nsakala who's going to take this throw. Definitely didn't go out for a corner. No, it is a throw. Fabrice Nsakala. Shouts of second ball from the PFA dugout. Got a great view here as it comes in. It's Baker Richardson hooks it away. Oh, it's had a bit of a clash of heads there. That was Daniel Martin going down. It's going to be a throw here for the PFA, halfway inside their own half. Well, it's been a solid game of football so far, hasn't it? Johnny Williams in the fairly early on with the goal from a very tight angle indeed. Will Keane coming deep. That's going to come close to our commentary position up here. It's well caught by the French Players Union dugout there. And Sakala's going to have another throw right in front of the PFA dugout this time. Back it goes to Pogba. And back it goes to Romain Cagnon. Play for the likes of St Etienne and Atlanta United, Fabrice Pogba. I've said it once, I've said it twice, I've said it again. We've got people tuning in and out all the time. We've got two players down on the ground at the minute. Referee's not interested. He's, of course, the brother of Paul Pogba, former Manchester United and Juventus midfielder. Now the referee blows up. I'm just trying to see who it is limping over on the far side there. I think it's not Marvin Johnson. There was one of the PFA players involved as well, back on the feet, but was limping around a little bit. And I think that's D'accord on the ground for the French Players Union. As we said, he's the son of Olivier D'accord, only 20 years old, Andrea D'accord, midfielder. Started his career at Nice. Had a spell at Standard Liège in Belgium as well. And please say both players back on the feet, underway. And back it goes to Romain Cagnon. Not too long to go now before the break. It's headed straight into the Performance Centre stand there. That was Victor Boncher. I haven't seen too much of him yet in this game. The number 20, 21-year-old. Spent his youth at Lille. It's Daniel Martin to Willis. Huggins now under pressure from Sakala. Tried to feed it through into the path of Keane. A strong 50-50 there, one over the top. It's Jake Kane down there, the number 34. Again, I haven't seen too much of him, starting to grow into this half as the game progresses. Still just 24 years of age is Jake Kane. Just left Morecambe. 2 goals in 26 league appearances last season. Also had spells at Newport County and Swindon Town. Keane charges after Cagnon and quickly has to pick it up. There's Pogba. Tell now. No real clear-cut chances, but Bella charges after that over the top. Jameson trying to charge it down. Great defensive work. Cole Jameson has had a good game, the number 17 for the PFA. Oh, Valentin Jacob heads over to grab the ball. He's 32-year-old midfielder for the French Players Union. Part of the Auxerre second team. Also played for Dijon. It's a low drill ball into the box, and I tell you what, it wasn't far away. It needed to be dealt with and was. Against Jordan Tell, causing all sorts of problems, the number 9 for the French Players Union. Jacob's going to have another opportunity here. I tell you, Sakala's in a little bit of space. We've got a player down on the ground at the minute for the French Players Union. Just trying to see if I can see who it is. He's over at the other side of the pitch from my position. Looks a little bit like Pogba, actually, and it is, yeah. He's back on his feet, though, Florentin Pogba. Jacob with a corner, good delivery in, strong header away. It's going to be picked up, though, by the number 14 of Anthony Khalifa. Left-footed delivery into the ball. And I tell you who's impressed me so far has been Courtney Baker-Richardson in the air and his strength when the ball's on the ground. That was Boncher. Now it's with Vincent Coziella. 30-year-old Coziella made over 100 appearances for Nice in all competitions. Had a stint in Germany with Cologne and a short spell at Paris FC. So a free kick for the PFA, Michael Kelly. Former Accrington Stanley, MK Dons and Carlisle United shot stopper. Still just 29 years of age, Michael Kelly, the Irishman. Here's Jordan Willis, former Coventry City man. Oh, it's a lovely ball switched over to the far side. There's Will Keane, former Wigan Athletic man. 48 goals in 119 league appearances for Wigan Athletic. And here's Huggins now. He's got Baker-Richardson in space over on his right-hand side. Maybe the delivery might have could have been doing with a yard or two earlier. Fed it back through to Huggins, but there's too many French players in white shirts to be able to deal with it. And absolutely none of the 11 French Players Union players were actually in the PFA half there as they tried to break through. Nobody took a risk to stand on the halfway line. Well, we approach half-time. What have you made of the game so far? I'll give you that second quiz question answer at half-time. Who was the first ever UNFP, the French Players Union president? He scored 13 goals at the 1958 World Cup. That is your big clue. I can't really give you any more clues because that's probably enough to give it away, I would have thought. Got a lengthy quiz question coming up for you in the second half as well. You really have to get your French football quiz caps on for that one. More on that as the second half gets underway. Pogba. Amos Yuga. Strong figure of Amos Yuga, 33-year-old. Had a stint at CSKA Sofia. Played for Le Havre in France and just finished a spell at Debrecen. Throw for the PFA, just inside the French Players Union half. 1-0 to the home side, courtesy of Johnny Williams, former Wales international. There's Jameson, who's been one of my star players of the first half. Will Keane. D'accord charging in and wins it there, crunching tackle. That was an opportunity to drive forward as Tell managed to stay on side. Linesman flag stays down. Here's Bila. Bila going toe-to-toe with Huggins. Feeds it straight through. It's into the back of the net. This time they take a chance, and this time they are rewarded. It's 1-1. Well, I think it's Cosiello who got the final touch there. I'll confirm that very, very shortly. But great work down this left side. Originally by Jordan Tell, charging forward, beat the offside trap. And then a delicious low ball into the box, converted. And it's the PFA 1, the French Players Union 1, here at Leicester City's Performance Centre. Oh, that was a lovely worked goal. Here's Keane. Can the PFA fight back quickly and get their noses back in front? 1-1 here as we approach half-time. Here's Johnny Williams. Also played for the likes of Crystal Palace and Charlton. Just left Gillingham as Johnny Williams, vastly experienced player, still got an awful lot to offer. Here's Ensakala now on this left side. It's the equaliser, just buoyed the French Players Union a little bit. Pogba. Tell. Tell picking the ball up once again. He gets a shot away and it hits the post. It's not a bad effort at all. And here's Bella. Bella this time loads up. It takes a little deflection and it is going to be a corner. Well, it's a wonderful, wonderful shot. Rattles the post. It gets pushed straight back into the danger zone. It was Jeremy Bila with the follow-up shot. Did take a deflection. And it is a corner. And the French Players Union really do look like they've taken a bit of extra motivation and momentum after levelling things up. Pretty confident it was Vincent Cosiello as well with the equaliser for the French Players Union. Jacob now, though, with the corner. Over on the far side. Is there a twist in the tail at the end of this first half? It's headed down and away by Marvin Johnson. This time the shot comes in, and my word, suddenly Michael Kelly's goal has been absolutely peppered. Oh, I've just seen as well, I've just popped onto the YouTube and I can see the live chat as well, everybody. So great to have you along. I'll read out some of the some of the comments that you've been putting in that live chat over on the PFA YouTube channel. Do keep them coming in. Remember, I can now see them. So if you want to shout out, let me know. If you're celebrating a birthday or anything special, you're supporting a particular player on the pitch right now, let me know. We'll give them and you a shout out in that live chat. It's going to be run through. This is going to be a good opportunity. It's a corner now for the PFA. It was Anthony Khalif who quite cheaply really hands possession back to the PFA. And I think actually, if my memory serves me correctly, this is going to be the very first corner of the game for the PFA 11. Taken on our near side from our commentary position here. I can hear the crickets in the hay and grass behind me. Corner for the PFA. In it comes. And it runs all the way through this time, but it is going to be picked up though by Daniel Martin. Put back into the box. It's Keane. It's Baker Richardson got it first. I thought he was going to leave it there for Will Keane. That is half time here. It is 1-1 at the break. I did ask you that quiz question, didn't I, as well? It was who was the first ever president of the UNFP. Scored 13 goals in the 1958 World Cup. It was, of course, just Fontaine. I also asked you, for those of you who didn't hear me give you the answer, who won the first ever UNFP Liga 1 Player of the Year in 1994? It was, of course, David Ginola. I've seen a lot of comments coming in as well. Let's start reading some of them out, shall we? We're going into half-time, so we've got a little bit of time. We've got Newman Didier says, hi, everybody, good game, thumbs up. Some of the quiz questions coming in. Liam Stewart got it right. He said David Ginola, absolutely. Seaborn Gold says, would love Huggins back at Wickham. Great stuff indeed. Chick says, Florentine Pogba is the twin brother of Paul. Absolutely, you are correct. Ochick says, is the number 7, the Daniel Martin, who played for Accrington Stanley. I will just say is that Daniel Martin. Yes, 24-year-old midfielder playing in that first half. Also had loans at South Shields and Bamber Bridge. Ashley Neal says, gutted to see Williams and Max Clark leave Gillingham for recently released Gills here. So you're absolutely correct to do my research. A lot of players have left Gillingham recently, and a lot are here. Carol Harvey says, Shapley Springs are right behind you, PFA. You can do it. Do keep those comments coming in. Holes 2004 says, looks class. And Bested It, mate, says, hey, everyone. Hey, Bested It, mate. Great to have you along. So thank you so much. M. Melbourne 23 says, Carl Jameson, stand out. Yeah, actually, I've got to say, he has the number 17 for the PFA. What a brilliant first half he had indeed. I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, but Courtney Baker Richardson, his strength and aerial ability really caught the eye as well for the PFA. But it's here at the Leicester City Football Club King Power Performance Centre. It is 1-1. I'm going to go get a quick drink of water. I'll be back for the second half, everybody. Do not go far. See you soon. Well, hello everybody, welcome back. Second half about to get underway, and there's been a raft of changes for the PFA. It was always going to be the case as the French Players Union do get us back underway. So let me just quickly run you through how they line up for this second half. And it is Ben Amos in goal. This is for the PFA. Kieran Morris is 22. George Jitu is 27. Harrison Holgate is 18. Max Clark is 33. Ethan Bristow 35. Luke Young is 36. Harry Charsley is 23. Jack Vale is 11, Aaron Rowe 26, and Kyle Vassell is number 19. I think there's been a few changes for the French Players Union, and as soon as I get them, I will let you know as well. I can tell you, Youssef Enjoyer looks like he's come on to the pitch, as has the number 25, Yannick Mbone. So I'll keep you up to speed with that as we get the game going. But yeah, changes for both here. 1-1 it was at the break. Did you enjoy that first half, everybody? Remember, I can see the comments in that live chat. I want to hear from you. My name's Ian. Please do get in contact with me throughout the course of this second half. I would love to hear from you. Well, here is Holgate now. Got another big quiz coming up for you in the second half. The breeze has just picked up a little bit here at the King Power Performance Centre. Who impressed you in that first half as well? That's what I want to know. Do let me know. Do get in contact with me. And now as PFA look to open up with a bright start, trying to feed it through into the path of Kyle Vassell. It's a wonderful challenge, though, by Victor Boncher. Boncher has played the whole game so far for the French Players Union, played the full 45 in the first half, and he's kept his place in the second. It's still Romain Cagnon in goal as well for the French Players Union. Wind is really billowing now, and more changes for the French Players Union here. That's the number 25 there, who's come onto the pitch, Yannick Mbone for the French Players Union. 33-year-old centre-back. Played for the likes of Dunkirk, most recently for Versailles. Pogba still on the pitch, brother of Paul, of course. I saw a few comments about that as well. Thank you for tuning in as well. Really, really do appreciate it. A lot of you getting in contact with us as well. Live chat is open. Can see if you haven't already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button here on the PFA YouTube channel. Got a lot of games coming up for you over the course of the next few weeks. This is Kieran Morris over on that right side, trying to see the ball through. And number 22 for the PFA. He was just marking the attacking player for the French Players Union. Number 22 has come on as well for the French Players. That's Quentin Durbin. Lovely ball fed through into the path of Vassell. Can't make full contact with it. Oh, Kyle Vassell, brother of Omar Rowe, just recently released by Gillingham. I know there's a quartet of former Gillingham players here for the PFA today. Who is going to really take control of this game? Here's Boncher. There's the number 22 as well as Quentin Durbin. The number 12 has come on as well. It's Joseph Lope for the French Players Union, 34-year-old. Been capped 7 times by Senegal. Played for Sochaux and Clermont. There is Boncher again. Now Durbin. It's been an energetic start to this second half as well in the blistering heat here in Leicestershire. Pogba with a nice ball over the top. It's going to be chased after and put out of play. Oh, here come the PFA on this left side. This is Ethan Bristow, the number 35. Gives it straight to Luke Young, this central midfielder. Well, it's a nice ball forward to Aaron Rowe. Under pressure from Ben Shea, but does really well. Young feeds it through into the Harry Charsley, who's marshalling the centre circle there. It goes back to Luke Young. Oh, gives the ball away. And the French Players Union have got an opportunity to break with Enjoyer. It's still Enjoyer. Oh, it's a strong tackle as well. Harrison Holgate. He's had a bit of work to do already in this second half, but he's put in a couple of vital defensive blocks already and tackles. Harrison Holgate. Sorry, he's wearing the number 16, not the 18. Here's Pogba. H. Philly says, is Ethan Bristow ex-Tranmere Rovers? Well, I'll tell you what, I can tell you. He is ex-Tranmere Rovers. He's also ex-Reading and also had a stint at Minnesota United. He's still only 24 years of age as well, Ethan Bristow. But yes, he did have a stint at Tranmere. Do keep those comments coming in. If you've got any questions, I'd love to hear from you. My name's Ian Waterhouse. I'm your commentator this afternoon. Live chat is open on the PFA YouTube channel. Get in contact with me. I want to hear from you. If you're looking for a particular player, supporting somebody, I just want to shout out. Do get in contact with you. We've got so many games coming up here on the PFA YouTube channel. Well worth hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. Got 40 free agent players in the camp from across the Premier League, EFL and overseas, joining us this week at Champneys Springs. Not far away, just I believe somebody said, actually, I've never been to Champneys Springs, but apparently it's just down the road from here. We're at the Leicester City training ground, known as the King Power Performance Centre, on the main pitch here for this game against the French Players Union, so known as the UNFP. Now, I've got a great quiz question for you in this second half. As I just wait to see if anything happens. It doesn't. Someone's asked me who is the French 24. Oh, I can tell you that it's Jeremy Beeler is the number 24 for the French Players Union. 33-year-old forward, plays winger, made 96 appearances for Birmingham City. So if you are a Birmingham City fan, you may well remember. It's been capped 6 times by Angola as well. And the French Players Union attacking off to our right now. The PFA all in black. French Players Union in the white shirts and red shorts. And this is Aaron Rowe now. Aaron Rowe trying to take a few players, but he's dispossessed. Again, there is Florentine Pogba launching the ball forward. 1-1. It was Johnny Williams who gave the PFA the lead early on in the first half. As Coziella levelled things up reasonably late on. In comes the ball. Oh, it's hit the crossbar and it's headed back down, and somehow it's gone wide. Did that come off the post? Oh, my word. That was Joseph Lopez, the number 12 for the French Players Union. Said the former Senegal international. I mean, it was an open goal, wasn't it? The initial shot off the crossbar fell so kindly for Lopez, who just dragged it wide. I have seen a question, actually. Someone's asked if Kyle Vassell is the son of Darius Vassell, of course, the former England international. They're not actually father-son. They are cousins, but Kyle Vassell is not the son of Darius Vassell, but they are cousins. So I hope that answers that for you. That was from Nicholas Andrews. Do keep your comments coming in. We can see them, remember. I want to hear from you. I hope you're enjoying this. It's a glorious Wednesday lunchtime in the sun here. It's the first pre-season game for the PFA this year. This all started in the 2022-23 season. I did a few games last season as well against Leyton Orient, Manchester United. It really does give a great opportunity for these players to find a club. Here is Joseph Lope, dealt with again by Holgate. He's been absolutely everywhere, Harrison Holgate. And it's lumped forward. That was into the path of Kyle Vassell. Shoved down. It's a free kick for the PFA. Well, I was trying to give you my quiz question, wasn't I? We had a couple in the first half. I've got one in the second half for you. It's a bit of a longer one this time. So I hope you know your French football, everybody tuning in. So can you tell me all the sides that have won Ligue 1 in the professional era? So there was an amateur era, and ever since the professional era. I think the first season may well have been around about 1936. I've got 18 sides. 18 sides have won Ligue 1 in the professional era. Can you name them? Start popping them in that live chat. It's just for fun. But that is your next quiz question. 18 sides have won Ligue 1, the top flight in French football in the professional era. Who are they? Some of them are pretty obvious, aren't they? Some of them, if you get them without using Google or AI, I'll be very, very impressed indeed. But just start chucking them in the live chat. Love to hear from you. Sam Faulkner says, yes, Ethan Bristow was at Tranmere last year. Yes, he was. Isn't it great, though, being able to see these players? As we said, a lot of these players actually do have contract offers on the table, but it might just not be the right offer at the right club. It might be something they're just considering, just to see if something else comes in. It's a real opportunity. Fabio Barini was part of the PFA pre-season last season, ended up joining Salford. Oh, here come the French Players Union. Looking like they've just started to control the ball a little bit more in this second half. Des Video says, who scored? Well, for the PFA, it was Johnny Williams, the former Wales international. And it was Cosiella, Vincent Cosiella, for the UNFP. It was actually the PFA who took the lead relatively early on. Brilliant goal from Johnny Williams over on the right-hand side from the tightest of angles, found the back of the net. And then a low ball drilled in for the UNFP towards the end of the first half. And it was Vincent Cosiella charging into the box, connected with it perfectly into the back of the net, made it 1-1. That's the story of the game really so far. Well, here come the French Players Union again. It's been a little bit more of a game of chess, isn't it, so far in this second half, although Joseph Lobe had a golden opportunity for the UNFP. The initial ball off the crossbar fell kindly into his path. All he had to do was head it into the back of the net from just a yard or so out, and he put it wide. Another change I've just seen, actually. It is actually Sam Hart who's wearing the number 18 for the PFA. Harrison Holgate in the 16. So a couple of unexpected changes. We continue. Thoroughly enjoying it this afternoon. That's Ak Hamatov, the number 19 for the French Players Union. He came onto the pitch. Here's Pogba now under big pressure. Goes down under the challenge. Referee just waits and does eventually blow up. The referees for this game, George Smith, Lysden Christie and Sam Manton. They are part of the player to match official cohort, something at the PFA run as well, to get former players into roles of officials. And of course new for this season as well, the PFA supporting players from the WSL and WSL2 with a pilot 2-week scheme. It continues to impress and continue to grow the work that the PFA do. Ball's out over on the far side. That is George Jichtau, the 22-year-old defender, German. Had his youth spell at Middlesbrough, most recently at Whitehawk, also had a spell at Dagenham Redbridge. And here's an opportunity for the PFA players on the overlap, deciding to go it alone. It's Jack Vale challenging now. Jeremy Beeler picks it up. Lopi goes back to the number 3. It's a good tussle over on that far side, isn't it? It's a really good battle. It's Harry Charsley coming away victorious from that. And it's a free kick for the PFA. Too many bodies bundling him over. It was Aaron Rowe winning the free kick there. 25-year-old Aaron Rowe. Again, another former Gillingham player, one of our quartet. Also had a spell at Huddersfield Town. Well, 1-1 here in this second half as the game pushes on and progresses. Well, Harrogate Town 12345 is commented, saying Jameson is a weird one, as all I heard prior to him coming to Harrogate Town was that he was poor, but from what I watched at Town, he looked pretty solid and very comfortable with the ball at his feet. The ball's hooked away. That's a bit of a bundle. It's a free kick in favour of the PFA. And again, just another flash of danger from the French Players Union here. Still 1-1 though in the second half. Yeah, George Jitu is first to play right centre-back, doesn't he? Actually, looks like he might be playing more of a slight right winger at the minute. It's his Hart to Luke Young. Of course, we've got Ben Amos in goal for the PFA in this second half. Very familiar name, certainly for Manchester United fans. Still just 36 years of age. He's capped by England under-21s. Now the ball comes into the box. It's a thunderous header. And it goes straight out of play. But a well-worked passage of play down this left-hand side. That was Kyle Vassell again charging in. Just said Kyle Vassell, just released by Gillingham. Another player like Aaron Rowe, who also had a stint at Huddersfield Town. Aaron Rowe and Kyle Vassell following similar patterns in their career at the minute, it seems. H. Fillery says PSG, Marseille and Monaco. Strasbourg for our quiz question. 18 sides that have won Liga 1 in the professional era. Strasbourg is correct. They won it in 1979. Oh, here come the French Players Union trying to push it over onto the right-hand side. That was Victor Boncher trying to chase after it. 21-year-old, former Lille man. The French Players Union, the UNFP, is essentially the French version of the PFA. Both do a wonderful job. Second time the PFA players have played against international opposition. Played against the Dutch Union last season. Nice little heel back into the path of Vale. Here is Jack Vale now. Here's Rowe. Still Rowe. He's got a little bit of time to work with. Feeds it forward. It's just run out of play. Oh, that was Kieran Morris charging after the ball. The touch was just a little bit too heavy. Kieran Morris, 32-year-old, And I think there's some Tranmere fans in the live chat right now, isn't there? You'll remember Kieran Morris, who was the Tranmere Player of the Year for the 2019-20 season. We've got a change now coming up as well for the French Players Union. As soon as I see the number on the back of the shirt, I'll let you know. And it's Jordan Tell's come back onto the pitch, the number 9. He started the game, played the entirety of the first half. He's had a little break and he's back on now. '29-year-old Jordan Tell, Guadeloupe international, played in France for the likes of Grenoble, Clermont, Rennes and Cayenne. Ball's lumped forward. Here's Vale. IT Aviator 71. It's just listing them. Keep them going, by the way. I'll tell you whether you're right or wrong. I think you're probably right on all of them. Lens won it in 1998, so that's absolutely correct. Nantes have won it 8 times, so yes, absolutely correct. Rennes, have they won it? I don't think Rennes have actually won it, no. Lyon have won it. They've won it 7 times. So do keep them coming in. Remember, can you name the sides that have won Ligue 1 in the professional era? There's 18 in total. Now the ball coming to the box. It's knocked away. It's charged and run by Ethan Bristow over on this left-hand side. Victor Boncher is not happy with that decision, but it is a throw now for the PFA, and it's taken quickly to Vale. Back it goes to Luke Young. There is Harrison Holgate. It's Sam Hart as well, who's been joining him in defence, who's been making some vital tackles in this second half. And here is Hart. He thinks about having a go, and he does. It's not a bad effort. Well, it had Roman Cagnon worried there. He was diving to his left. Not quite on target, but it was a good shot either way. And it looks like we're going to have a bit of a drinks break here. Right, let's have a look. These in the live chat, everybody, do keep your comments coming in. H. Fillery 2004 says it's coming home. Do we think it's coming home? We got. Where are you watching from, everybody, as well? Let me know. If you're in the UK, whereabouts in the UK? Have we got any French fans tuning in? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know where you're watching from in that live chat. We can see all of the comments. I'll read them out as well. I've been doing it throughout the course of this second half, so do get in contact with me. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button here at the PFA on YouTube. We've got Barnet coming up next week. We've got games against the likes of Manchester City and West Bromwich Albion and QPR, Port Vale. So please do make sure you keep checking back with us. Montpellier is one of the answers. Yes, Montpellier, of course, famously won it in 2012. In fact, I think it was Olivier Giroud who was the centre forward for Montpellier that season, wasn't it? As they went on, famously won. I can't believe it's that long ago, actually. But yeah, Montpellier won the Ligue 1 in 2012. Do keep them coming in. 18 sides. I think it's 18. Hang on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18 sides, yes. Nobody's mentioned... Oh, sorry, H. Phillips mentioned the most obvious one. Of course, PSG. But they haven't won it as many times as I thought in the professional area. They've only won it 14 times, which, not to be sniffed at, I know, but I would have thought it would have been more than that. I don't think anybody has actually mentioned a team who's won it the second most amount of times either. And it may surprise you. Here we go. It says, Gill's in the blood. I wonder who you support. There'll be plenty of former Gillingham players in the squad today for the PFA. So PSG correct, Marseille correct, Lyon correct, Strasbourg correct. As we said, Strasbourg won it in 1979. Bordeaux have won it 6 times. Yes, Montpellier won it in 2012. Auxerre, yes, Auxerre won it in 1996. Good stuff. Lens won it in 1998. Lille have won it 5 times. Nantes have won it 8 times. Monaco have won it 8 times. Nice have won it 4 times. So there's still a few. There's some really difficult ones there. But nobody has mentioned the side that have won it, and this is a clue. This team have won it 10 times, and nobody have mentioned them yet. It's not Marseille. Marseille have won it 9 times. But there's a club that have won the Liga 1 title 10 times, the second highest number in the professional era, and nobody's mentioned it yet. So keep coming, keep guessing. Matthew Jepson's watching from sunny Sheffield. Yes, we're here. It's the King Power Performance Centre, Leicester City's training ground. Absolutely wonderful facility here, it really is. It's 1-1. Both goals coming in the first half. Johnny Williams for the PFA. And it was Vincent Coziella for the French Players Union. Thank you, Saint Etienne. Absolutely correct. And now here's Vassal. Kyle Vassal converts into the back of the net. And it's the PFA who retake their lead. And it's 2-1. Well, who else was it going to be? The number 19, Kyle Vassal. Cousin of Darius, not son. A few people have been asking. He is the brother of Omar Rowe, just recently released by Gillingham. I know we've got some Gills fans in that live chat, but Kyle Vassal converts to make it 2-1 to the PFA. And can they get pre-season off to a winning start? Gills in the blood, it is Saint Etienne. Saint Etienne are the team that have won Liga 1 10 times. The second most after, of course, PSG. Impressive stuff. You guys know your football. I'm impressed. Do keep your comments coming in as well. Where are you watching from, everybody? Let me know. SBR 19 says, has Max Clark come on? Yeah, he played the full first half, did Max Clark. Here's Rowe, over on the right side. Now PFA really looking to take advantage of the momentum. They've just got their noses back in front again, courtesy of Kyle Vassal. So it's Johnny Williams and Vassal on the score sheet for the PFA this afternoon. H. Fillery says, up the Saddlers. That's Walsall, isn't it? Walsall. Well, in the first half, the French Players Union responded really well when they went a goal down and eventually managed to get the equaliser. And it was a low ball drilled in from the left-hand side. I thought we might have been about to see something similar. I've just seen if the question is Harrison Mayle there. He is part of the PFA squad week 2. He's not here for this particular game because I know Harrison Mayle, goalkeeper, very well from his time at Dorking Wanderers. Because he was at York City last season, I believe. If that's correct, you might be able to confirm that for me. Pretty certain he was at York. That's Joseph Robinson. Joseph Robinson. More quiz question answers coming in as well. Mets, no, they haven't. Still a few relatively big names missing. In fact, I've mentioned a few of the clubs sometimes. It's a lovely ball into the box, but Ben Amos comfortably plucks it out of the sky. Launches it forward quickly as well, and I tell you what, this could be a lovely ball over onto that right-hand side. It's Kieran Morris chasing after it, does really well to pick it up. Morris. Here's Rowe. Just been dispossessed. The French Players Union trying to come away with it, but bundled over. And Kieran Morris with a delicious ball into the box. Vassal was waiting for it, but Romain Cagnon got there first. The shot stopper for the French Players Union. 29-year-old goalkeeper Romain Cagnon, former FC Lorient player. Had his youth at Rennes. SBR says challenge, name all the players that have played for Gillingham on the PFA team over the last 3 seasons. Goodness me. That is a great question. I might need a little bit more time, SBR, if that's okay. But if you know, you can let us know. Pop the answer in. Lovely to hear from you all in that live chat. Thank you so much for keeping us company here. It is a wonderful afternoon. It's absolutely glorious here at the King Power Performance Centre. It's the PFA 11-2. The French Players Union 1. Johnny Williams, remember Johnny Williams, former Wales international, went to the World Cup in 2022, played a big part of their run in the Euros as well. Former Crystal Palace man, he was on the score sheet in the first half. He scored from the tightest of angles as well. And again, the PFA, since restoring their lead, look more likely to go on and get a third. I tell you, Carvacell is impressed, hasn't he, in this second half since coming on. He's held up the ball so well. Took his goal with cool calmness. His shot comes in. It was a bit of a tricky one to deal with. That was George Gittel there. All right, somebody's asked, Le Havre. Have Le Havre won the Ligue 1 in the professional era? No, they haven't. No, good guess, but they haven't. Lyon have, yes, Lyon. They've won it 7 times. I think we've had that one. Footballer Sticker Joe says, I'm sure there's a player in Jack Vale. Shame it didn't work out at the Cobblers. Yeah, Jack Vale, still only 25 years of age. Of course, just left Northampton Town. That's been capped by Wales under 21 6 times and scored 3 goals in those 6 under 21s caps. Also had a stint at Blackburn Rovers as well. Jack Vale wearing the number 11 in this game, if you're looking out for him. Has seen quite a lot of the ball as well. Ben Amos commands his box there with a big shout. Here is George Gittel now, goes back to Amos. Well, he comes under a bit of pressure from Jordan Talbot, releases the ball well. It goes straight into the path, though, of the number 25, which is Yannick Mbone, the 33-year-old for the French Players Union. Most recently at Versailles. Number 19, that's Rasenbeck Akhmatov, goes down. He's still down on the ground as well. It was a big shout from him. Now the referee goes over just to make sure he's okay. Pierre Francis Costa says, so is this a friendly match with players who are currently out of contract? Yes, essentially it is. It's the PFA to run a training program. This is week 2 of it. It gives out of contract players, free agents, a chance to train down at Champney Springs, just down the road from here. They get training, competitive games. It is a friendly, but it's still a competitive game. And the mental well-being support as they look for clubs. A lot of the players actually here today, they've already been offered contracts, but it might not have taken them yet, or it might just not be the right contract offer for them. We've got a number of scouts over on the far side as well in the stand. It's made up of a majority of scouts. As I made my way into reception to sign in, I joined a long queue of scouts waiting to get accredited to come in and be able to watch the game. So just a brief pause here. Let me read out the sides that have won Ligue 1 in the professional era. The ones that we've got so far, we've obviously said PSG, they've won it 14 times. St Etienne have won it 10 times. Marseille have won it 9 times. Monaco have won it 8 times. Lyon have won it 7 times. Nantes have won it 8 times. Bordeaux have won it 6 times. Lille, we've said, they've only won it 5 times. Nice have won it 4 times. We've said Lens, they won it in 1998. We've said Montpellier, they won it in 2012. I know I've seen Auxerre, they won it in 1996. Strasbourg won it in 1979. So by my reckoning, there's still, as the game gets back underway, throw to be taken quickly by the French Players Union. They don't want to hang around, do they? They want to get on with this and try and get themselves back level again. I'm certain there's a number 3 over there for the French Players Union, but I definitely don't have a number 3, even in the travelling squad. Well, that was Jack Vale who goes down under the challenge. The referee is not interested in that. Ball still in play. And the touchline near our position. We're in the gantry here, right by the cameras, so I can got a cracking view of it all. Dugouts, the PFA dugout just off to the left, the French Players Union just down to our right. They're wearing the blue shirts, but the French Players Union players on the pitch in the white shirts and the red shorts. PFA all in black. Lovely switch of play for the French Players Union. That's the number 15, Fabrice Nsakala, who played the entirety of the first half as well, and quite bright at times as well. It's Quentin Dubon, the number 22. He came on at half-time. Here's the number 14, Anthony Khalifa. He's actually been playing in the Czech Republic as Khalifa. Just a 20-year-old. Headed back on. I just can see... there you go, Matthew Jeffson says Sochu. That is absolutely correct. They have won it twice. They've won Ligue 1 twice. I hope I've said their name correctly as well. And Jordan Tell's going to chase after that. It's hooked into the Leicestershire sky. Straight out of play. Attempted touch by the French Players Union coach. He gets a few jeers from the PFA coaching staff because he didn't quite bring it under control. A bit of a comedy moment there. All in good nature. Joseph Robinson says, has Leicester City trained today? It's other than us here. It's quite a shot comes in and it just goes wide. Wonderful effort. I thought it might have taken a touch on its way through, but the referee has given a goal kick. PFA 2, French Players Union 1. Kyle Vassell with the second for the PFA in this second half. Johnny Williams on the score sheet quite early on in the game to give the PFA the lead. It was Vincent Coziella who pulled it back level for the French Players Union, and as we said, Kyle Vassell in this second half with the goal. Hooked back into the path of Roman Cagnon, who won't be able to pick this up, so might have been worth having a go at it. SBR says, have I seen any scouts turn up from any League 2 clubs? If so, name them all. The club, not the name of the scout. Unfortunately, they're all dressed in neutral clothes, so I don't know where they're from, unfortunately. Here's Jordan Tell. Space over on the right side. It's a lovely ball. The ball comes in, and I tell you what, it was steaming into the box there. Just needed a touch, but Ben Amos, he's commanded everything in the box so far for the PFA. Vastly experienced, as we said, of course. Won the Club World Cup with Manchester United back in 2008, Ben Amos. Who remembers that? Football Stickers Joe says, will all of the PFA pre-season matches be hosted here? No, they won't, actually. We're at Barnet next week. I won't be on commentary for that one, but we're actually at Camrose Avenue where Barnet play. We're part of their training facilities anyway. So this is going on tour around the country. Got games against, like, as we said, of QPR, West Brom, Manchester City. So much coming up for you throughout the course. Fulham as well. There's so many. As the ball gets dinked into the box, do make sure you follow the PFA on Twitter, or X as it's now known, is a good one. They're pretty hot on their socials, the PFA. And mate, if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button as well here on the PFA YouTube channel. It's great to have you all tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying it, by the way. Samuel Gill says Forestieri in the camp this week. Yes, he is. He's not part of the matchday squad today, but of course the former Sheffield Wednesday man Forestieri is part of the PFA pre-season. Of course, players come and go all the time. We had 140 part of the PFA pre-season last year. A number of those players went on to get clubs. Fabio Barini was one of them, ended up signing for Salford City. There's Yannick Mbone, gives it to Jordan Tell. Coming under pressure there from Aaron Rowe. He's a former Gillingham man. Ball's into the back of the net, but it won't count. Pierre France's Co-Costa mentions about the Italian Union. Yeah, last season the PFA, this is the second international game that the PFA have played in pre-season. They played one last year against the Dutch Union. Today it's against the French Union. I'm hoping there'll be a few more as well, these international fixtures. Had the likes of Florentine Pogba on the pitch today, brother of Paul Pogba, of course. I don't want to repeat myself too often, but UK Asbestos says, is Ryan Hedges playing, or has he played? I don't think Ryan is part of the matchday squad today for the PFA. Nice link-up play here. Here's Vale now, working his way into the box. He gets a shot away. Not quite enough venom on it to trouble Roman Cagnon between the sticks for the French Players Union. And they look to break quickly over on this left side, pushing the ball forward. Under heavy pressure from George Gital, though. We had Will Keane on the pitch in the first half. If you're just tuning in for the second half, it's Will Keane. Scored 48 goals in 119 appearances for Wigan Athletic. Not on the score sheet today. Reims is one of the quiz question answers. I've just seen somebody put that in. They've won it 6 times. Now I'm going to start giving you some of the answers here, the ones that we haven't got, for the teams that have won Liga 1 in the professional era. Obviously, PSG, Monaco, Marseille, Saint-Etienne, Bordeaux, Lyon, Nantes, Nice, Lille, Reims. Sochaux we've said Lens, Strasbourg, Auxerre, Montpellier. RC Paris won it in 1936, just on the turn of it turning professional. Here's Dorbin now, trying to feed a lovely ball through into Tell. It ruffles the side netting and goes out of play. All of these pre-season games, by the way, are going to be live streamed for the PFA this season. So if you want to tune in and watch them, as we said, next Tuesday, it's up at Barnet. It'll be up against Barnet's first team as well. We do play likes of Fulham, West Brom, QPR. That'll be against the under-21s. A couple of first team games, say up against Barnet. That'll be against the first team. Port Vale will be against the Port Vale first team. Strong play again by Carl Vassell, who really has impressed. Let me know in that comment section, by the way, who has impressed you in this second half? Who impressed you in the first half as well? There's Aaron Rowe charging forward, gaining yards, but eventually dispossessed, and the French Players Union can come away with it now. Not too much longer left on the clock. We've got no actual scoreboard as such here. Probably relying on the clock on the live stream. Entering the final few minutes and time added on. Will it be a winning start for the PFA here to begin their 2026 pre-season? Dan Callow says that shot was so Jack Vale of last season. I must admit, I didn't see a lot of Jack Vale last season. I do a lot of football. Spent a lot of time with Boreham Wood last season, covering a lot of National League. I cover most West Ham under-21s. Quite a bit of work for Crystal Palace as well. So certainly a lot of the names are very familiar. Oh, a crunching tackle there. Goes down under it. And fair play between Jack Vale and Quintin Daubin there. Both helps Quintin Daubin, helping Jack Vale back to his feet. It's not been a particularly fiery encounter. We did, towards the end of the first half, have a little bit of pushing and shoving, but nothing particularly concerning. There's been a few tackles, but no cards have been branded. It's been a very fair game. Because the referee, George Smith, Lyson Christie and Sam Manton. As I said, I'm certain I've seen a lot of Sam Manton in the National League as they're charging into the box now. It's the number 21 as Yusuf Njoya. It's a nice ball in and it's down. It's falls kindly for Ben Amos there. Well, Ben Amos has been equal to absolutely everything, and that was Razenbek Akhmatov. He's on the ball now. Unable to guide it past Amos. They had a golden opportunity, did the French Players Union, when it was 1-1 early on in this second half. The ball, there was two shots. The initial one ricocheted off the crossbar, fell into the path of Joseph Lopi from just a couple of yards out. All he had to do is head it into an empty net, and he put it wide. Matthew Jepson says Setois. Right, yes, Sete is known, won the Liga Untitled twice. And there's one more that we haven't said, but if you get it, I will be mightily. In fact, I'll just tell you. They are called Rubel Torkoying. They won it in 1947, and they've since dissolved. So there we go. That's your clubs who have won it. Strasbourg, RC Paris, Auxerre, Montpellier, Rubel Torkoying, Lens, Sète, Sochaux, Nice, Lille, Reims, Bordeaux, Lyon, Nantes, PSG, Monaco, Marseille, Saint-Etienne. Thank you very much for taking part in the quiz. Hope you enjoyed it. Carl Vassell goes down under the challenge. Tell you, Vassell is really impressed in this second half for me. Let me know who has impressed you. I want to know. Give me your top player for the French Players Union and your top player for the PFA. Pierre's got in contact as number 9 and 14 for the French. Number 9 is Jordan Tell. Number 14 is Anthony Khalifa, who was actually, I thought was a little bit quiet in the first half. He's got a lot stronger in this second half. Here is Tell now on the ball for the French Players Union. He fancies having a go on his left foot, and he drags it wide. And number 26, it says, for the PFA. Number 26 is Aaron Rowe, the former Gillingham and Huddersfield man. Still only 25 years of age is Aaron Rowe. Here's Tell. Trying to switch it over to Khalifa. Oh, Jack Vale does really well. Shouts of handball. And it has been given as well. Well, Carl Vassell is doing his defensive duties as well as his centre-forward duties here. That's definitely a number 3 for the French Players Union. Unfortunately, I just don't have a number 3 listed. But this could be the opportunity, right, at the end of this game for the French Players Union to drag themselves level. Oh, it's a great head and it's a wonderful save. And it was the number 26 of Latta and Dabreu, and it was literally the last contact with the ball when Amos makes the save. He's kept himself a clean sheet in this second half as Ben Amos. It has finished the PFA 11-2, French Players Union 1 here at the King Power Performance Centre, and it is a winning start to the pre-season tour for the PFA. Well, thank you to all of you for tuning in. I really, really hope you've enjoyed that. This is the first of many games we've got coming up next week. It's against Barnet. I won't be on commentary for that one, but I will be coming back for the rest of the games. Really, really hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to make sure you follow the PFA on social media. The best place is probably Instagram or X to keep up to speed with everything that's going on. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and that subscribe button here on the PFA YouTube channel. You can watch all of these pre-season games live. It will be a number of different players next week as well, so do keep checking back. I've been your commentator, Ian Woodhouse. It's been a real pleasure. But here at the King Power Performance Centre, it has finished PFA 11-2, French Players Union 1. Thanks for watching.
here, kid. You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what came before. You just gotta bend your knees, take a deep breath, and jump. And you might think, what if I fall? Well, what if you don't? What if you fly?